What's going on, Briz? How are you?
Oh, just busy.
Yeah.
Busy or busy?
Headaches and all. Busy.
You got a headache going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
We don't like headaches.
Did you take some Tylenol?
Yeah.
Headaches are bad. Okay.
Did you drink some caffeine? Isn't caffeine supposed to help with a headache?
Did you drink some crack?
Yeah, no and no to both of those.
Okay, good.
Hmm. All right, let me post that on the twits that we're going live.
You mean the Twitters?
Yes, those two.
About twits.
Yes.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
So you took advantage of Amazon Prime Day?
I did. I bought myself a dot.
The Dot's the small one, right?
Yes, that's the one that you have.
What's the big one?
The Echo.
Oh.
So I bought myself a dot. That's the one that you have, right? Now you also have a Bluetooth speaker hooked up to your dot, correct?
Yes.
Do you need a Bluetooth speaker, or can Alexa talk to you? Then why do you have the Bluetooth speaker? Just because it's better sound quality, or is it louder?
Yeah, you got a bigger booming, sound. Yeah, you got a...
Okay.
Now that we found love, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. That stuff. Okay, that's cool. Because we're wondering, because on Prime Day also they had a Bluetooth speaker that also included a microphone, but we didn't know if it worked with Alexa as far as the microphone.
I gotcha.
But it was like $26, so I'm like, eh. I'm like, well, forget it. I'm like, for now, we'll just go ahead and leave it. We'll just get the dot, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes.
I got the PlayStation Gold headset. Wireless, nice. 7.1.
Wow.
All that other good stuff.
How much did you end up getting that for?
City.
Fitty?
City.
Oh, City? Oh.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny because I got a headset too.
Did you really?
Oh, you do?
No.
Off Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
For Prime Day?
Uh-huh.
Is it a USB headset?
I hope so. Yes, because it works for your it works on tablets and laptops and everything else too.
He's sitting there thinking about it. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It might not be USB. It might be FireWire.
It's one of those headsets
and I can only use it for Mac.
Has the little prongs that you have to unscrew the back of your TV, put the prongs in, and then screw the TV back in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nice. RF switch? Is that what that was? RF adapter?
Yeah.
No. Is that what that was? No, that wasn't RF. What was the...
It was RF.
That was RF?
UHF, VHF, RF.
Gotcha.
UHF. Oh, yeah. UHF, VHF. Not RF. You're right. It wasn't RF. It was UHF or VHF, one of those two.
Yeah.
To a RF connector is what you used to use when you did the cable box stuff.
Good times.
Indeed. Indeed
Yep.
it was.
Twitch.tv.
Does anybody need to take a bathroom break?
No, but I do want to go get a tasty beverage.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's all do that now because we got 5 minutes till broadcast time.
5 minutes remaining, chefs. And here I am by myself, talking to myself. That is the essence of chaos. Nope, somebody just got hurt. All right. I'm done. Let's see. Twitch. Okay. Welcome, viewers. We're just chilling out before we start our show. Photo debunk. That's fine. Oh, Evo is this weekend. Oh, get to enjoy some fighting gamey goodness. Yeah. That is a large beverage. Oh, you can't hear me. Look at that. They both came back at exactly the same time. Are you...
No, that's not true. I sat down just a split second before Kurt did.
Those are some nice nuts. Oh, you can't hear me.
What kind of beverage?
Kurt.
What?
I said
Kurt,
that
I
was
like your nuts.
Thank you. I like my nuts too.
I stole Mike's joke, though.
Oh, is that what he said?
And now he looks mad.
Oh, he's so upset.
No, well.
I am a blistering sack of fury.
You're a sack of something, all right.
Yeah, fury. That's what I just
Better
said.
than being a sack of nuts, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see, Brian, did you see the Spider-Mans over the weekend? The Spider-Mans.
I'm going to try either tomorrow or Thursday.
Okay.
Spider-Man?
Comfy blanket.
Spooderman?
I'm going to do the podcast like this.
There you go. Why not? Why not?
Where each week, one of us, and you don't, it's not every week, so we switch off weeks. One of us plays a retro game that they haven't played before and talks about it. And we call it the retrospective.
Oh.
So, like, for example, this week, well, Brian, you kind of inspired it since you sent me that picture of you yesterday playing Friday the 13th on the NES.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So, like, hey, we'll pull this game out of a hat. We'll pick this game at random. This week, I'll play, whatever, Double Dragon, whatever we pick, and we, talk about it, maybe do some research on it. And next week, some Kurt, you do, what else? I don't know.
Stuff?
Life Force or better yet, Devil's Crush.
What if we don't have the means to play these games?
You do have the means to play these games.
The thing.
The thing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
You got something.
You got it
I forgot
all.
about that.
You got it.
So you do have the means.
We'll have to give you instructions.
Unless the means have been sold.
Oh, that'd be bad.
Have the means been sold?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I just don't remember if I ever took it out of the box. I don't even know. I'd have to look for it.
Ah. Okay. Well, you could be third on the list to do it then. I don't know. What do you think? Just something to add some flavor.
Why don't we call it Retrospecticus?
Retrospecticus?
Come on, quit milking it. If you wouldn't have thought of it, some other nerd would have.
I got nothing. Simpsons or Futurama?
Simpsons.
Okay.
Will you sign my yearbook?
Okay. Millpool? No, that sign is cast. Yeah, I got nothing.
The episode where they go to the lake.
Oh, yeah, but I remember just the whole lake. I don't remember. I forgot about the whole yearbook thing at the beginning.
Oh, Mike.
Don't forget to record it.
I know. We haven't started yet. All right, everybody got their show notes?
Yep.
No. I'm still looking at... I'm still looking at Oh, yeah. Okay, I got the show notes.
So that means we can start.
Sure.
Okay, then. Well, I guess
Let us start it.
Okay. All right. Well, then, man, see, I got to think of something funny every single time to start the show off. And I'm starting to run out of material.
That's because you're a hack.
Well, I did build my computer myself.
I thought it was because you like to cut down trees.
That's a lumber hack.
No, that's a lumberjack.
Okay. All right, that's enough. I'm done. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Controller Throwers podcast for Tuesday, July 11th, 2017. I am Mike Ryan, joined by Kurt Wentz.
Hello.
And Brian Davis.
Hello.
Hello to you, too. So, hope everybody had a good week. And we know that you were itching for more controller throwery, podcasty, goodnessy stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into the news. Mr. Brian?
The news starts off with the game of the century contender, No Man's Sky, has been out for almost a year, and we have seen two major updates. First added base building and frigates, and the second added land vehicles. Now it looks like there's going to be a pretty big update coming in August. Looks like the moderators of No Man's Sky subreddits got packages in June that contained a poster and a cassette. Decoding the clues hidden in the cassette recording led to mods on a treasure hunt of sorts to figure out exactly what this means. While no specifics have been announced, it looks like it may be a pretty exciting update.
Ooh.
Did you like that little jab at the beginning? Game of the Century nominee?
You heard me laughing at it, right?
So, have you played No Man's Sky since any of these updates?
I have not touched No Man's Sky since, a month after it came out? A week after it came out? Yeah.
And I have not touched No Man's Sky ever.
Yeah. So nothing's been officially announced, but the way they're kind of alluding to something, it looks like there's going to be an update, because we are just about a year out on this game. So let's see what their update gives us. I don't know. What do you think it could be, Bri?
I honestly don't know. I couldn't even think of anything
It has a cassette.
that they can do.
Well, I don't think the cassette is the clue. It was kind of like one of those alternate reality type things where they send you on a real life internet wild goose chase to find clues and things like that and stuff like that and stuff and things like those. I don't know. I'm thinking, here's the thing, is that what everybody is asking for is multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be a pretty significant update, because then if you can go planet hopping with your friends and stuff like that, then to me that might get me to get back into the game.
That might make me want to dust it off and start playing it again.
If it was multiplayer, because they don't have local multiplayer on it, right?
No.
Okay, so you're talking multiplayer like local and?
Well, you don't need... Yeah, I mean, you could do local, but yeah, just online, because the game is so massive. There's so many different planets. Just exploring the planet with a friend or something is, half the fun.
Do you think they might have like a battle update also? So this way, if it is multiplayer, that you'd be able to battle people?
I would love to see a lot more action in it. It's because there's so much... It's like National Geographic, the game, where you're going around and you're taking pictures and naming things. I was excited to name different planets and different animals for about the first 40 minutes. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know. So yeah. What would you like to see added to it, I guess you could say, to No Man's Sky?
Well,
I would love to see multiplayer. Sorry, Kurt, I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you mentioned that, but I mean, to me, there's really not much else that I can think of that really makes me even want to dust off the games, because even building bases to me is like, okay, the whole point is to explore to get to the center of the universe. Why build a base if you're planet hopping?
Well, if you're able to to make your way back to your home planet, or have some kind of warping thing stuff where you can get back to that planet, and I don't know. I would like to see, personally, I just want to see more action in the game. You know, I want to be able to take part in epic space battles, not just being hunted down by pirates or something. You know what I mean?
My problem with that, though, is then you get into like the GTA 5 aspect where you're trying to mind your own business. Some jerk flies up to you and blasts you out of the sky for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Then it's just like, well, okay, now whatever I've done, whatever I've collected, whatever I've gotten into, now I got to redo all this because some jerk wants to just blow me up because he can.
You could probably that would kind of
that might not be bad.
That would kind of like eliminate that. So this way you could be like, oh yeah, okay, well I don't feel like getting blasted out of the sky today, so I'm just gonna.
Or maybe if you did like a peaceful mode, I guess, where the people who want to free for all and people who just don't want to battle at all can still fly in the same place. They just don't see each other.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that battle's not fun, but there's plenty of times where I just want to roam around. Yeah. I just want to look around, or in GTA 5, I just wanted to do some of the missions that they had on the online. And now I'm worried about the missions, but then I'm also worried about random people coming up, doing a drive-by and killing me.
Yeah.
Well, the problem that we had with GTA 5 was that when we're anywhere near the coast, the people that have the yachts out there would always send missiles our way. We always got toasted that way.
I love that. That was awesome. I remember when we were playing and this one jerk kept killing Brian or all three of us.
I understand. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. And so the dude's chasing you in his car, in his souped up $5 million Lamborghini, and you're like, this guy won't get off my tail. And I'm like, I'm on this street. Come over this way. And I'm like, now turn. So Brian turns, and I'm standing in the middle of the street, and he swerves around me. And the guy comes right behind him and starts coming at me, and I'm just sitting there with my rocket launcher. I'm like, I only got one rocket left. It cost me $10,000 for this rocket. I don't care. I'm using it. And just like, this dude's car just exploded and went flying over. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Man, now I'm even more bummed out about Red Dead
Matrix
Redemption.
Style and stuff.
Yeah.
Patience with Red Dead. It will be here before we know it.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
But, yeah, we'll see what this update is. I mean, we'll see what it's gonna be, and maybe it'll be worth dusting off again.
Yeah. Have some epic space battles.
Exactly.
Well, moving on. EA has announced details for Star Wars Battlefront 2's open beta. The beta begins on October 6th and runs until October 9th. But those who pre-order the game can get in on the action 2 days earlier. EA stated that the players will be able to take part in a Galactic Assault on Naboo. Players can fight on either side of the... I don't even know what that is. The Separatist droid army or the Republic clones. With 4 trooper classes, Assault, Heavy, Officer, or Specialist. The open beta will also feature the multiplayer Starfighter Assault mode. EA says that players will be able to take part in an epic starfight assault set during the original trilogy era, piloting an assortment of Star Wars' greatest ships in an objective-based multi-stage battle. More details will hit at GameCon in August. Star Wars Battlefront 2 launches for PS4, Xbox One, and PC on November 17th.
All right. So,
Well, Mike, there's your epic space battles right there.
There you
well,
go.
I don't know. I was so kind of turned off by Battlefront 1. It was just so like average, you know. Did you do any of the space battles in Battlefront? No, just all the land stuff. Yeah.
No, I never got into it. I got really bored with Battlefront right away too, because I don't know. To me, it was the same thing as, you know, all of your.
Anyone goes. So
I'll wait for a price drop. I bought the other one. I bought the first one when it on launch, and I'll wait for a price drop for this one.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So moving on to more multiplayer-based games. Nintendo revealed more tidbits about its team-based shooter Splatoon during last week's broadcast. So just like the original Splatoon, Nintendo is planning to support the game with free content. They're going to throw some new stages, new weapons, new gear, and they're going to support it for a full year after the release. So that's good that they're updating it. Nintendo also reconfirmed that some stages from the first Splatoon will be returning in Splatoon 2. So for those who are really crazy about the game and really enjoyed and mastered those stages, found all the good spots for sniping and whatnot, they'll be familiar with that. The other bit of information is that Nintendo gave us a little bit more information on their online app. Now, as we all know, Nintendo is not one to do things, but like everybody else, they carve their own path, sometimes to the head-scratching nature of other people, many times to the head-scratching nature of other people. So what they're doing is, they're having an online service that's going to launch with the game. It's for your cell phone called Splatnet 2 via the new Nintendo Switch online smartphone app. So using this Splatnet 2, players will be able to track stats, such as the amount of turf they've inked, as well as weapons or gear they use the most. Players can also purchase new gear and weapons through Splatnet and pick it up the next time they play the game. So there will be some communication between the game as well as the smartphone app. So a little bit more information about the online app. So the Nintendo Switch online app will allow players to set up private lobbies. It'll also allow you to communicate with other players via voice chat. During a match, the app will automatically divide the players up according to their in-game teams, so you can only chat privately with your teammates. Which really is odd, isn't it? Like ever since the original Xbox, and the PC, I guess, if you want to count, the inferior. So I had to throw a jab that way. But it's all been done. All voice chat has been done on the console itself. But the Switch is saying if you want to talk to people, grab a headset, plug it into your phone, use the app. I guess maybe it's taxing on the system's resources,
I guess. I mean, the system is historically cheaper than any of the other two consoles out there, right? So
no.
What do you mean?
The Switch is $300. The
right.
PS4 is $300 and the Xbox One is $250.
Right, but the next
But
generation
when they
is
came
coming out. Right.
Oh yeah, well yeah, they're going to be a lot more expensive.
That's what I'm saying. Because at launch, the PS4 and the Xbox One were not $300 at launch.
Oh no, $400 and $500 respectively.
Right. So historically, Nintendo at launch has been cheaper than the other consoles.
Yes. Well, yeah, Nintendo's always gone.
Meaning that they're kind of taking the technology and just slimming it down a little bit so they can get a better price point out to the people out there. So it could be taxing on the hardware because they just don't have it built in. But with nowadays, with the codecs that they have for encoding video and audio and everything else, and being online and what people have as far as broadband nowadays, this is a no-brainer. They should have built this into the system without having to use an app. I mean, now people are either going to have to hook their phones up to Wi-Fi or use cellular data. I think it's a big, huge mistake.
Well, Didn't they do that with the 3DS? The 3DS had voice chat. But yeah, that thing, because didn't we play, what was that game we played? Heroes of Ruin? Didn't that have voice chat?
Heroes of something, yeah, it did.
Heroes of Ruin had voice chat, yeah. Well, and plus the Wii U had voice chat. I don't know. The Wii had voice chat. The Animal Crossing City Folk, that came with a little almost looked like half a hockey puck that you would talk to. Like you would set it on top of a table or something. I don't know. So, you know what? Wait and see how it looks. That's how that's what I always like to say. Wait and see if it could be an awesome thing. Hey, if it allows the game to play better, then fantastic. But, we've been playing games for 10, 15 years almost now that run just fine with worse graphics. I don't know.
Just having a separate device to do something that it should natively do in the first place.
Yeah.
That's one thing. You just got to facepalm.
You should see the setup.
You have to. You really do. You gotta facepalm because you're like, come on, Nintendo. It took you how long to get HD into your consoles when the other consoles had it? And now this is just like, I know that it's been on other consoles as far as voice chat, but this is like a step backwards.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do, a step forward and a step back in a different regard. Yeah. You should even see the setup that they got for Splatoon. So there's a product coming out where it allows you to voice chat and listen to the in-game audio on the same headphones, but it's like it looks like the back of your TV with all the system cords and everything going all over the place. Because you got to hook it up to the dongle, and then the dongle goes into the system, and another thing goes from the dongle to the system, but then also goes to the headset. It's
right.
You'll be trapped in like some kind of weird spider type situation.
Yep.
So, but jumping back into Splatoon, 1 week before Splatoon releases, players will be able to participate in the game's first Splatfest through a demo, which can be downloaded from the Nintendo Switch eShop starting right now. The first Splatfest takes place on July 15th, runs from 5 until 9 p.m. Central Time. So, good way to test out the game, see if you enjoy it, and if you like it, you can pick it up a week later on July 21st. So, and kind of jumping back to what we were talking about, single player and multiplayer, Miles O'Toole says, I prefer single player games if they have a good storyline and good gameplay. The Witcher 3 is a prime example of excellent single player experience. I hear so many good things about Witcher 3.
I have too.
I like it is like it's won so many Game of the Year awards, things like that. I might consider picking that up because and again, Brian, I know you like those games that are hundreds and hundreds of hours. This is one of those situations.
I know. Everything I've heard about this game tells me that I should be playing it because it seems like everything that I want in a game is what is this game. So I don't know why I haven't actually started playing it yet.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, So honestly, I'm the same way. Single player all the way. To me, that's where you get the most bang for your buck. Multiplayer is fun. And short bursts before you start to get really aggravated with the people you're playing with, because going back to I am blown away at how many 6 and 7-year-olds are playing Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Yep. It's like that fairy in Ocarina of Time. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
Right.
Yeah, well. So yeah, Splatoon. Check it out this Saturday the 15th for the online demo if you want to get your game on, and look for the game to hit next week.
Awesome. Well, on other news, Xbox One game gifting is coming soon. Hooray! Which means you'll be able to buy digital games for your friends in the near future. Xbox corporate VP at Microsoft, Mike Ybarra, maybe, probably butchered your name, sorry, replied to a fan question on Twitter, stating that it's not that far off. So
that is very exciting. And that's another thing. Speaking of Nintendo and making weird decisions on their on their voice chat, this is something that is such a no-brainer. Like, why has gifting not been an option since the 360 and PS3 days? Like, the Wii had it. You were able to gift games from the Wii.
Were you?
Obviously, yeah. Absolutely, you were able to.
Well, you're able to give your friend a code.
No. You could purchase a game, choose whether or not you have it for your system, or whether or not you want it to you want to gift it to somebody else, and it would show up on their message board.
Ah, okay.
So
couldn't you also? I mean, outside of the fact that you're gifting it to somebody to say, "Hey, we got this for you," but couldn't you just like buy them a PlayStation Plus card or an Xbox One gift card and just say, "Here, go buy your game with it"?
Yeah, you could.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, if you want to do it the easy way. But like, let's say for example, like
I think digital. Sorry, not to cut you off, but I think digital gifting is probably a lot better than going and getting a card.
I agree.
It's easier. I mean, I won't deny that it's easier, but I don't know. I just think it's something that makes use of the technology, but it's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I'm gonna say Mike's having a birthday party and we're all going and we're like, hey, we want to get him the Friday the 13th game. Again, I'm reversing roles here because you're the only one that has it, but let's get him the digital copy. And Kurt and I, we stop at GameStop and say, hey, we going $15 each to get him a card. To say, here, use it for that, or not. Mm-hmm. Use it for whatever you want.
You would have to stop off at Nugget Stop first.
Yeah,
that's you're absolutely right, and you'd have to turn your car into the parking lot, park, get out, walk, pick out the card, ask if you want to renew your membership,
mm-hmm.
and then go to the party. So again, I mean, it's nice to have. I guess it's a cool feature, but I don't see the need.
I'll tell you why. Well, Kurt, you have a lot of experience with gifting on Steam, so
yes.
I'll let you take it, and then I will put in my 2 cents.
Yeah, it's just a lot easier, even if it's not a birthday party or per se or anything like that. But every once in a while, there's a Steam sale, and you'll just go ahead and purchase games and be like, I'm going to gift it to somebody, or even games that are like $9, and you're like, oh, it's a multiplayer game, it's silly, it looks kind of cool, I'm going to buy a copy for myself, and I'll just go ahead and buy a copy for Mike, and I'll buy a copy for Brian, I'll gift it to you two, and we could all just kind of like camp out and have fun playing a game. And it isn't necessarily like, I guess it's like more of a spontaneous thing, along with a birthday party gift type thing. Like, there was a game that was 99 cents on Steam that was gifted to me, and we all played it. We laughed about it, and now it's like tucked away to collect dust because, well, it's not PG-13 or even PG or G-rated. So, I mean, gifting was it's just so easy. You click the game that you want, and it says, are you buying it for yourself or are you buying it for a gift? You click gift, you put in the person's name, and it goes right out to them.
And here's what I'll say to add on to that. There's times where I'll buy myself like a $20 Xbox or PlayStation Network card, and I'll spend 15 of it, and I'll have like $5 sitting around. For example, last week God of War 3 was on sale for $4. To me, I'd be like, you know what? Brian never played God of War 3. I'm gonna surprise him. Just that's $4, And I know you say, Brian, you avoid digital as much as possible. Even the PlayStation Plus free games, you don't download them unless you're really, 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 really interested in them.
Oh, 9 out of 10 times I forget.
Well,
so I'll just be brutally honest with you. I just completely forget to download them.
Yep.
Well, make sure you get
Or-
this month games.
Or
This month
forget that
games-
they're on sale.
Yeah, this month's games are awesome, so make sure you pick those up. But if I see a game, Axiom Verge, I love that game. And I keep talking about it and saying, all right, Brian, you don't want to buy it yourself, fine. The game's on sale for $4. Bam, now you're gifted it. Now you have to play it because now you're indebted to me. You play the game.
Well, you did buy it for me.
Yeah.
I guess it's. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have. I actually honestly never thought about that, and think about it too. I live in a different state, so how easy would it be for me to have, you guys come over, or just how much easier would it be to gift you guys a game, or for you to gift me a game, since we're different states.
And not only across a different state, but across the world.
Yeah. And I agree. Yeah. and Brian,
I was not that far. Oh God!
It seems like it.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Right?
And see, here's the thing, Brian. I like you enough to buy you a $4 game, but not enough to give you a $10 gift card. In case you were wondering where our friendship level is. $4, awesome. $5, okay, I can do $5. When you start to get in the 7 or 8 range, that's when our friendship starts.
Then you're like, I don't know if he's really worth it.
I get it.
Yeah. He's a great friend, but he's not $9 or $10 gift card worth.
I get it.
Yeah. So, think of it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right?
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome feature.
Yeah.
Sure.
I really hope the other companies do the same and follow suit with that. So.
Well, speaking of following suits, we're going to talk about the Horizon Zero Dawn latest update. It introduces 2 exciting options. First option is the New Game Plus mode, which means you can play through the game again after completing it without losing the items you've collected or the experience you've accumulated. I love that idea. Horizon's level cap remains at level 50. Though Gorilla notes you can still collect experience while playing. Along the way, modified versions of weapons and outfits from the standard game that feature an extra modification slot will be available. Okay, cool. Ultra Hard mode has also been added. Ooh. Playing on this difficulty will enhance the machine's senses and behavior and will limit player health regeneration in addition to other tweaks. You can choose this level of challenge at the beginning of the game, but you won't be able to lower the difficulty once you've done so.
I love New Game Plus. I think New Game Plus should be on every single game that allows character, progression.
Continuation, yeah. I agree. Especially, I mean, I don't know how long Zero Dawn is. I just started playing it. I'm maybe 10 hours into it. But if it's a 100+ hour game, I don't think that's, I don't think that feature is really that great of an idea. Unless, no, I take that back. Because I would love to play, say, Fallout 4 with the weapons and everything that I've found, and then put it on a more difficult setting and not have to start from the beginning with nothing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I can see that. I can enjoy that. I can enjoy that on any game. I mean, I definitely like it on the Resident Evil games we played.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil is awesome for New Game Plus. That just it makes the game go from a challenge to like a super fun experience.
Fun, yeah.
So what were some other games? Are any other games that had a really good New Game Plus besides Resident Evil that you could think of? Let me check my wall.
Original Zelda.
I'm gonna say
Oh well, yeah, but the original Zelda, no, that was just like another mode. You didn't get to carry over all your weapons and everything.
Well, that's true. Your guy was just blue instead of green.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. You had the sword next to you instead of just the regular character.
Oh, okay.
Because the blue is when you get the blue ring, and then you turn red when you get the red ring. So when you did the second quest, you just had the sword next to you.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what other games had the new Game Plus feature.
I know there's more of them. I know I've played
there's
them.
a
I just
ton.
can't think of any off the top of my head.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, I mean, as if the game wasn't good enough, right? They go ahead and add this to it.
Right.
So now you got something to look forward to after you
beat the game the first time.
After you beat the game. Oh, you know what? Dead Space. I think Dead Space had an awesome new game plus. Because that game was so hard and so scary. That was the one game I actually had to turn the lights back on for. I'm like, you know what?
Nice.
I can't do this. I can't handle this. Lights on. But that has a new game plus, if I'm not mistaken, and that's awesome because when I'm scared to death, and then I get into that same area, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you. Goodbye. So, yeah, good times.
Yeah. I can say the ultra hard mode. I don't know if I'd ever really. I mean, other games have that. I've never really tried it. I've never really got into it, even if I beat it on. Not just medium, like hard, like difficult, not extreme, or ultra hard. So I mean, enhancing the machine's senses it makes it sound a hell of a lot more challenging. Especially because when there's 3 machines coming at you and you can't see them until they're jumping right at you.
Oh, what, tall grass or something?
What's that?
Why can't you see them? Are they running through tall grass or?
No, the tall grass is not attacking you at all.
No.
No, it's just you're looking one way, and they're coming from behind you, or they're coming from your left or your right, and you know you're focusing on one machine in front of you, and they're coming from a different direction.
The whole Velociraptor technique.
Exactly.
Not when the other one gets you. Not from the front, but from the side.
So, have you ever played Minecraft in the hardcore mode?
You mean adventure mode?
No, hardcore.
What's the difference between adventure and hardcore?
Well, adventure is you're doing an adventure. Hardcore, you die, it erases your world. So that would be like the equivalent of like the ultra hard mode. You know, I'm just wondering if you've ever played it, because if you've played it with that mode, then well, you have played an ultra hard mode.
Yeah.
I mean, the mobs are, you know, they spawn a little bit more often.
I could never play Minecraft in ultra hard mode. That just to me sounds like something somebody would play if they hated themselves.
Yeah, and when you play hardcore, like you could be months and months into it. If you die, it erases your world. There's no going back.
Yep. Yeah,
that would make me want to. I put all that time into it, and then I die. Especially if I did something stupid, I would be like, "All right, I'm done. I am putting this game on a shelf."
Yeah, like walking into lava by accident.
Yeah.
Or you're running and you don't see the big cliff that you're running right off of.
The ravine.
I've done that several times. Yes.
You're running on grass, and also it's like ravine.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap.
Yeah. Quick, unplug the computer.
Yeah, right. Quick, unplug it. Maybe it'll save me.
There's been several times I've played Skyrim, and I'm 2 or 3 hours into the game, and I die doing something stupid, and I'm like, I lost all that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm done playing for the night.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times. So, again, another slow week now that we're in our post-E3 doldrums. Not a whole lot crazy going on with the news, but still some interesting stuff. Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump into our video game releases for this week. This week, for the PlayStation 4, we'll get Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age. For the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, we'll be getting Minecraft Story Mode, Season 2, Episode 1, Hero in Residence. For the PlayStation 4, Moto GP 17. For the PC, PS4, and Xbox One, Black the Fall. On the PlayStation 4, Echoes of the Fae, The Fox's Trail. Where do they come up with these names? What's a Fae?
I have no idea.
Anyway.
Some sort of Japanese thing, maybe?
I guess. On the PS4, Hunting Simulator. I can't wait till they release Hunting Simulator Simulator.
Like
So
you're simulating that you're doing the hunting?
Yeah, so what it is you play the role of a dude on a couch playing the game Hunting Simulator.
It's like I'm actually playing a simulator of a person playing a game.
For the PlayStation Vita, Mr. Pumpkin Adventure. I don't know what that is, but it sounds awesome.
Anything with adventure and pumpkins and Mr.
Yep. So that he's not just any kind of pumpkin. He's a Mr. Pumpkin. So he's earned that title.
He's earned
that respect.
Yep.
Which means if it's a Mr. Pumpkin, he must have legs and arms.
It's possible.
Well, you're not going to just say pumpkin adventure because maybe you're just like a pumpkin rolling around. If
Brian?
it's a Mr. Pumpkin.
Maybe he's got a little bow tie.
Maybe, yeah.
Ryan, you know what you need to do.
Find the most sincere pumpkin patch so I can find this Mr. Pumpkin.
Yeah, I was just going to say Google Mr. Pumpkin Adventure. But, yeah, if you want to get all great pumpkin with it, that's fine. Mr. Shifty on the PlayStation 4. Serial Cleaner on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This one looks interesting. This is a very interesting idea.
Before you get into that, can I ask, is this where you go stealth mode and you break into people's houses and like shampoo their carpeting and clean their rugs and stuff like that?
Dusting the shelves and stuff? That's what I was thinking too.
No, yes, honestly, it is.
What?
And
seriously?
Yes, it is. That's the game. But there's a catch to it. So yes, you'll be like shampooing carpets and cleaning things up, and it is a stealth game because the game it's called Serial Cleaner, and if I remember correctly from what I read about it, you saw Pulp Fiction, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you know the wolf.
No. You know how long ago it was that I watched
the wolf?
Winston?
Is that his name, Winston?
Yeah.
I thought his name was the wolf.
His name is Winston Wolfe.
Winston Wolfe. Okay, so Winston Wolfe. What was his job?
He cleans up problems.
Right. So your job is essentially that. You go to places where people have committed horrible murder crimes, and you have to clean up so that there's not a single trace left. And then the cops show up.
So then, in this game, then, do you think I can go, so pretty please, clean the fucking car?
Okay, remember, we're PG-13. I'm going to have to throw a bleep in there.
Okay, throw the bleep in there.
All right. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Was that coffee I smelled in the kitchen? Extra cream, extra sugar?
Yeah. So that's what that game is about. It sounds interesting. I might have to give that a check.
That actually does sound very interesting.
Seems very non-PG-13.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, I'm sure.
What if you went to an auto mechanic's garage that had that they spilled oil all over the place and they couldn't get it cleaned up? Why does it have to necessarily? Well, what if they don't have cat litter?
Well, throw some sand on it.
Maybe you could call Mr. Shifty.
That's right. That's a good idea. You can call Mr. Shifty, which is another PlayStation 4 game that's coming out. Also, PlayStation 4, Yama Yama. On the PC, The End Is Nigh. On the PlayStation 4, Energy Balance. On the 3DS, As Divine Cross. On the PS4, Frisky Business. And on the PC, Mega Maker. Now, before I get into my freaking out about this list, actually just one game on the list, anything interest you guys?
So when do we start having PC-only titles come in?
That's a good question. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, all right.
Anything interest you guys?
I have to do some more research on them, but nothing that, and again, not to say anything bad about them. I haven't heard of any of these games, so.
Okay. I might do the story mode for Minecraft. I might pick that up. I mean, I have the first original story mode, and it was all right. I hope they improved on it because I do like the Telltale game type deals.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I might pick that one up. Outside of that, I'd have to Google a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. I'll wait on Minecraft Story Mode because I paid for all the episodes when they first came out, And then later on, you can get the entire season for half price if you just wait. So I'll just do that. And I just looked up Mr. Pumpkin Adventure. So this dude looks like a cross between an old SpongeBob and Walter White.
What? Yeah, that's. I looked at it too. I had SpongeBob, but I couldn't think of anyone else.
He looks like a cross between SpongeBob and Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm going to get into the reason why I threw PC on here this week. What's up, Country Beast? Thanks for joining the podcast. So here's what interests me about the PC, and I don't get PC games because I'm not, a hoity-toity PC, nose in the air type elite socialite. Like the people with the powdered wigs and the that type of stuff. Right. Mega Maker. So, does anybody know what Mega Maker might be?
Making mega things.
Is it a Mega Man create your own story like Mario Maker type of a thing?
It is. It's a Mega Man make your own level maker. You get to create and it's exactly like Super Mario Maker, but it's for Mega Man.
You know what gave that away, right? Because in the show notes, you did not capitalize Mega or Maker like you did with every other game.
Oh, so that shows.
That's the reason it gave it away.
That was my little hint. But no. So here's the thing: is that unfortunately, it's not made by Capcom. It's a fan game only. So we're not going to see it on consoles, which is why I had to lower my standards and get it on PC.
Wah wah wah.
But it utilizes assets from Mega Man's 1 through 6. You fight the different bosses. You can set the levels up however you want. Use the music, and upload the game to the server. The guys who created this game, it's a free download because since they don't own the rights to all these, to Capcom's property, they can't charge for it. Because if they trade charging for it, then the legal stuff comes out, the cease and desist, game gets shut down, and then we can't have fun.
Oh, so yeah?
I am, So I am, I'm very excited about this one because I always thought that after Super Mario Maker, the next best one would be Mega Man Maker.
Awesome.
So I am very excited about that. So I'll probably, after the show, I'll probably download it and make some levels.
And do stuff.
All the stuff.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they'll have? Do you think they'll have the ability to play other people's levels like Mario Maker does, or?
Yeah, they're gonna have servers up there that you can upload your levels to. So that's gonna be really exciting. So I hope Capcom kind of takes note and Capcom says, "Hey, these guys did all this hard work. Let's throw a bunch of money their way and just release this as an official Capcom title."
That would be good, huh?
Consoles and all the things.
That'd be nice.
So, yeah. So, all right. So those are the games coming out this week.
3 days, 9 hours, and 12 minutes, and 45 seconds until the release.
3 days until... Wait, you mean it's not out right now?
On mega-maker.com, where you pick it up and download it. It says 3 days, 9 hours, 12 minutes, and 30 seconds.
Oh, so it comes out on like a Saturday? And I got a stupid wedding to go to on Saturday. Hope they're not watching. Yeah. So Country Beast T22 says Mega Man Maker would be fun to play. I agree. Absolutely. I love Mega Man. I love Mega Man games. Actually,
I actually went there to try and download it, and that's how I found out that we can't.
Oh. I just this weekend got very lucky and had an awesome trade where I actually was able to get my favorite NES game of all time. I finally picked up Mega Man 2. Boom, right there.
Nice.
And a Mega Man game I have never played. I got Mega Man 6.
Nice.
So I got 3 down. I got Mega Man 2, 3, and 6. I got another 3 to go. Mega Man's 1, 4, and 5, which coincidentally are the most expensive Mega Mans out there.
Because they're so rare.
Because they are so rare. Actually, yeah. But I could probably live without 4 and 5. I really want the first one. because, like I've said, I've only been able to get that game. I've only been able to play Mega Man through renting it from Gas City. Do you remember Gas City?
Gas City.
It's a gas station. It was, and in the back corner of Gas City in the 80s, you could rent movies and rent games. They even had a movie rental service at Dominic's.
Yeah.
So that's the only place I was ever able to find Mega Man, and I love that box art. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting, and then I flipped it over, and I'm like, wow, it looks exactly like the box art. But I loved the original Mega Man, and I was never able to find it anywhere in the wild. Even when GameStop first came out, when it was Funcoland, they're like, oh yeah, we got Mega Man. It'll be $25. I'm like, $25? Like even back then, like in the mid '90s, the game was super expensive.
That was expensive, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to find it. I got a guy on the inside that goes and he actually buys, sells, and trades games for a living. He's gonna look for Mega Man for me.
Nice.
So. Country B says Mega Man 6 is fun. All right, good, because that's the one Mega Man game I haven't played, so I'm going to give that a shot, see how I do in it. But, yeah. Always love a good Mega Man game. Always.
Awesome.
That's all I got.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, I will agree with you because I'm just looking now on eBay. Mega Man, the original Mega Man for the NES is going for a ton of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to trade to add some. Oh, you know what? I got a whole bunch of Pez that it's just sitting in here. I should sell all those. Anybody want to buy a Pez dispenser for $75?
No, I'm good.
Nobody wants that. I love Pez, and I don't want to buy a Pez dispenser for $75. But a Mega Man game for $75, I don't know. My priorities are crooked. All right, so good. So Brian, what'd you play this week?
Michael.
Brian.
Oh, I have played, playing more Horizon Zero Dawn. Mm-hmm. Loving the game. And I will just say, without giving anything away, I had one battle with a machine that is pretty difficult. I mean, it's one of the more, right now anyway, I'm sure there's a lot worse ones. Mm-hmm. And I had a little like hill that I had to climb. I actually had to climb down to, and got a new weapon that I had for a while, and I never really tried. And it's kind of like a slingshot, except it throws almost like grenades. Huh. And I had the machine. It's called a Sawtooth. It was just about out of health. It had, I mean, you see the health bar, it's very low, and it was running away from me. And I'm like, man, I don't want to go down and try to. Yeah, the enemy was called the Sawtooth. I'm like, okay. I don't want to try to run down the hill, get its attention, and then run back up the hill. Because that's how I was able to beat him with no problem. Mm-hmm. So I pull out this weapon, and I aim it and I launch it, and the character's running, or the machine's running away from me, and I just nail it from. I mean, I couldn't judge the distance, but it was far enough away that I was like, yeah, I love this machine. I love this weapon now.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, the world is expanding. It's getting, I'm out of the main area, and I'm just really enjoying the game. It's really a great game.
So when you fight these giant mechanical dinosaurs and stuff, when their health gets low enough, do they try to run away from you? Or was he just running away because he got bored?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on the machine itself. There's some machines that will run away from you as soon as they see you.
Uh-huh.
There's some that will run away, like if you hit them a couple times with your arrow and not quite dead, they will start to run away. Yes, there are some machines that will attack you because that's their job.
Mm-hmm.
This one, for its reason, it was running away. There was me on my hill, and then there was another ridge to my right down the ways a little bit that this machine was going after. He was going after this particular person, and I was trying to help him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was kind of like bouncing back and forth between coming after me and going after him. So that's why he was running away from me, because he was going towards the other person.
Oh, okay.
So some of them, like I said, will run away from you, but most of them won't.
Gotcha. Cool. What else did
And
you
the
play?
other game that I played, I hadn't played too much of it, but I just wanted to get the feels for it. I know you all appreciate it. Mike, I know I sent you the picture.
Oh yeah.
The golf club too.
Nice.
So, what'd you
Yes.
think of it?
I mean, honestly, it's a lot like the first. The controls seem a lot smoother,
Yeah.
but a lot more sensitive. I guess I did a lot of the practicing, where you practice your swing. Yeah, the tutorial, and I could not. It took me a while to get the driver down. Like it'd go back and it'd be like not perfect, and then I'd go forward and be like perfect. I was like, okay, and I couldn't quite get that timing down. Then the putting seemed a little bit more sensitive.
Isn't that exactly what I told you, Kurt?
Like
Yep.
like the way like the slope would move was a lot more sensitive than the first one. Like when you saw those lines barely moving, you're like, okay, it's moving to the left, but very slow. And you're like, okay, that's not bad. Now this time it's moving barely to the left. It's like I was overshooting it. I was overcorrecting it so bad. So I had to. It took time to get used to it, which, again, I mean, first time you played for about a half hour, 45 minutes. Play it long enough, you'll get used to it.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing, do you think, as far as the sensitivity?
I found it to be. I think I had a good round when I played, and I got a really good chip in from far away. And there were several times where I actually hit the pin. Like I had an awesome shot, like so good from it was like my second shot on a par 4, and it went flying and it hit the green, and you can hear it go blink when it hits the pin.
Right.
And then dropped, and for a second I thought it dropped right into the hole, but it was into the cup, but it was right on the edge of the cup, and I was like, oh. So, but I will say that HB Games, their people have been saying there have been issues. Brian, like for example, one of the issues I've been having when I was playing Golf Club 2 was if I had a really close putt and it was just barely missing the cup, it would stutter right as it passed the cup. I don't know if you had that as well. But they're having some issues with servers, and they're getting it all fixed up. So hopefully within the next few weeks or so, it'll be a much better experience. But I'm enjoying it.
Good.
But I mean,
good.
But
now, Kurt,
go ahead, Ray.
I was gonna say, Kurt, you need to pick it up now, and the sensitivity issues, the slight differences in the controls, we'll get used to it the more we play it. I don't think it's enough to say, oh my God, they destroyed the game or they made the game unplayable. They made it any more difficult. They made it any easier. I think it's part 2. They tweaked it a little bit, and the more we play it, the easier it's going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, yeah. So okay. Kurt, after you. Why don't you go next? I'll go after you. All right, Brian. That was it. That's all you played, right?
Yep, just those 2.
Okay.
Oh, me. I really didn't play anything except for slots, IGT slots, online. Played some online slot machine. Spent about an hour doing that. Outside of that, I really haven't played anything because I was out this weekend. I was away, so didn't have a chance to do anything. And of course, during the week, just work.
You played Bomberman.
I did play Bomberman. You're right. I did.
Hmm.
So I played Bomberman on the Switch and IGT slots. So 2 games. Yeah. So the Bomberman on the Switch, I do like it. Definitely.
Did it feel like old school?
There was a couple new twists to it. At least on the levels that I played, where when you bomb some of the blocks, like there's an actual like void hole that I guess you could fall into and die. Which, yeah, that wasn't on the original or the ones that I'm used to playing. So there are new features to it, which makes it more challenging. which I guess is a good thing, because if it was the same boring Bomberman that you've played since Bomberman original, then people wouldn't buy it. So the little things like that makes it more challenging, and yeah, it was fun.
All right. So I played Golf Club too. And Brian, a lot of the stuff that you're saying, I completely agree with. Very sensitive game, especially on the putting. It plays a lot like the first one, but again, we're getting in right on the ground floor, so it's only going to get better from here on out as they improve everything. As long as it had its multiplayer and turn-based online play, that made me happy. So, I'm glad I picked it up. So I played that. I can't believe I did this, but I was in a summer mood. And what happens when I'm in a summer mood? I play a game that keeps me in the summer mood. And what game keeps me in the summer mood more so than Animal Crossing New Leaf? So I visited my town after like 7 months of ignoring it. Weeds all over the place, cockroaches running rampant. So I played it for about 10 minutes, and I'm like, okay, that was enough. So I played that. I also played Minecraft on the Switch. I'm still working on, I started a whole new level, or a whole new world, because I don't know why I had to double dip. No, I triple dip now. Yeah, PS4, PC, Xbox 360. That's a quadruple dip. So
yeah, that's 4.
I quadruple dipped on stupid Minecraft. Not stupid, obviously very smart, because they're taking my money. But, I learned something new. Thanks to Mr. Kurt. Thank you very much for the heads up on that. I found out that if you build your house on a mushroom biome, that mobs don't spawn on the mushroom biome. So, yeah, Kurt's like, dude, just build your house on the mushroom biome, and nothing will, mobs will still show up if, you lead them to the house, but they're not going to spawn near your house, so you'll be all set. So now I go out at...
He built his original house facing the mushroom biome. So he gets out of his house, I'm like, well, you could build it right over there and not have any creepers blow up your house. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, mobs don't spawn on mushroom biomes. He's like, all right, well, now I got to tear down my house and move it.
Tore the whole thing apart. Tore the whole thing down and rebuilt.
Yep.
So this week's finger of shame goes to this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's my camera.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so thanks for that. Thanks for that information, Kurt. So I'm still working on that. I played a little bit more last night. What else did I play? Of course, I played some Friday the 13th. I came up with a new trick as a counselor, because what happens is when you set up, so when you get into one of the cabins, you bar the door, and it's harder for Jason to get into the cabin. And what most people do is they lock the door and they set up a bear trap right outside the door. But Jason could sometimes walk around it. What I've been doing is I've been putting bear traps outside the front door. So when Jason chases me, I will jump in through the window and he'll go to the door, not realizing, because so many of them are thinking, okay, there's probably a bear trap inside, not realizing there's a bear trap on the outside. So they get hit by the bear trap and I take off. So I played that. I'm still enjoying it. It's still a lot of fun. They're doing better with the servers. There's still that annoying thing where if the host bails out on the game, that everybody gets kicked out of the game, and you have to research for one. The glitches are gone. Did I tell you about the glitch that I was doing that somebody showed me?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. So there was a glitch in the game where there's a main cabin, which is 2 floors, and in the glitch, the developers had created a spare bedroom, but they decided not to use it, so they walled it off. And if you stand in front of that wall and you really quickly duck, continuously just like duck, like I guess like the teabag that people do, the character moves slightly backwards every time you duck, so you'll eventually glitch through that wall and end up in that room, and Jason can't get to you. So and there's two windows in that room, so you could still jump out those windows. So what people were doing is they were glitching into that room so they could survive the entire 15-minute time limit. So Gun Media, they pulled out like wanted posters, and they're like, if you find anybody utilizing this glitch, send an email to us with a screenshot or a video, and we will perma-ban them. You'll pay $40 for a game, and if you're glitching it in order to improve your character, they will stop you from playing the game.
Wow.
It was hefty, but then they fixed the glitch, so you can't glitch doing that anymore.
Huh.
So yeah, so there was that in the roof. So Country Beast 22 says, do you think that a Nightmare on Elm Street game will come out since the Friday the 13th game came out? I don't see why not, because here's the other thing. Friday the 13th took the #1 spot on the PlayStation Store for the month of June. That was the most downloaded game. So obviously the game is a success. And the other game that's similar to Friday the 13th, Dead by Daylight, also came out on the Xbox 360 or Xbox One and Xbox One and the PS4. Dead by Daylight is going to have Michael Myers as a playable character. So we've got essentially a Halloween game and a Friday the 13th game. And both of these are popular. So I think New Line Cinema. Does New Line owns the rights to I think New Line owns the rights to Nightmare on Elm Street. So if they're saying, they'll look at that and say, oh wow, this game is selling well. This game is selling well. Why are we not jumping on this to make as much money as possible? So I really hope so. Country Beast, I really hope that a Nightmare on Elm Street game comes out, because Jason's always been my favorite, and then close second by Freddy. But I think that would make for an awesome game, especially when you especially if you're playing as the role of Freddy. Like, I can only imagine like what some of the levels look like, because it's all takes place in people's dreams, so you could have it as surrealistic as you want. So I think that, I don't know. I think that a Nightmare on Elm Street game done right would be pretty good. And if you ever played Nightmare on Elm Street for the NES, was a 4-player game. You could play that game as 4 people at the same time, and that game wasn't actually a terrible game. It was, I don't even know how to describe it. It was kind of like a cross between Mario with some tiny bit of Contra in it. Not a whole lot of Contra, just a little bit. And then, you would fight against different versions of Freddy. Like, there was the giant Freddy head that would try to eat you, and there's a lot of good. It was. I remember renting it when I was a youngin. A youngin. So, yeah, Country Bear, a boiler room. Yeah, a boiler room. That would be an awesome level to have. If they had a game just like Friday the 13th. In the same vein, Nightmare on Elm Street, a whole even have an entire level set in the high school. Model it after the high school in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Have some Easter eggs in there with Tina wrapped up in the shower curtain or whatever, with hanging from if you watch the original. Have Johnny Depp show up. So yeah,
been a long time since I've seen that.
That's a classic. I went with John to see Friday the 13th, for its 20th anniversary at a movie theater, and the place was packed with people, and we had such a great time. Not because everybody that was there had already seen the movie hundreds of times, but when you get a bunch of like-minded people together, you start laughing at stuff that you don't realize until you've seen it. If you watch the original Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy, the main girl, her mom is a heavy drinker, and almost every time there's a scene with her in it, she pulls a bottle of vodka out of nowhere. There's one they're in the kitchen and she reaches into the the silverware drawer and pulls out a bottle of vodka. She's fastest. There's another scene towards the end of the movie. The mom was passed out, fast asleep on the couch, and Nancy goes to get her up and tell her to go to her room, and she pulls her hand out of the couch cushions and there's a bottle of vodka, in her hands, and the audience just laughed hysterically at it. It was so funny. But to answer your question, yeah, a Nightmare on Elm Street game, I would love to see. I would buy that day one. Unless it was like a go-kart type game with Jason and Freddy and all that stuff.
That'd be
Leatherhead
bad.
and Chucky and go-karts. But in the meantime, I guess all we have is Mortal Kombat 9. No, yeah, Mortal Kombat 9. Because that's got Freddy in it. So, what else did I play? I think that's all I played. I didn't get Minecraft. Didn't play any Breath of the Wild. A little bit of Golf Club. Yep, that's all I got. That's all I played. So, all right. So let's see. Yeah. So that's all we got for this week, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. We are at TC Throwers. That's at TC Throwers. If you want to check us out on YouTube, go ahead and go into YouTube and search for TC Throwers. You'll find some of the videos we posted, as well as some of my streams from Friday the 13th, as well as the podcasts. If you want to check us out on Twitch, of course, if you're listening to this, you can find us on twitch.tv/TC Throwers. We stream the podcast every Tuesday night at around 8 o'clock Central Time, and we're there about 15 minutes beforehand for a before show, and we stick around afterwards for the post. If you have any questions, send us an email, thecontrollerthrowers@gmail.com. And what am I missing? I'm always missing something.
Did you do Twitter?
Yeah.
Yep. Did Twitter?
That's why I gotta have the business card in front
Oh,
of me. So I can
Facebook.
just read off of it. Yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
Baseballs.
Facebook.com. Yeah. Facebook.com/TC Throwers. So.
Or
So,
just search TC Throwers on Facebook, because I don't think we have that until we get enough followers, right?
No, that's YouTube. That's YouTube. We need to get enough. You can go to Facebook.com/TC Throwers. You can go. It's YouTube that we need more followers in order to get a
Gotcha.
username.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So keep an eye out. So we got some good stuff coming up. We're going to be at on August 5th. We're going to be at Comicopolis in Lockport, Illinois, comic book convention, where we'll be selling some of our wares, as well as having a Pac-Man tournament. So yes, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central Time, U.S., the Chicago area.
And GMT -6.
If you're in the UK.
Or if you're anywhere in the world, you could do the math of GMT -6.
Yeah, that too. You're so worldly.
I just, whatever.
Yeah. So, all right. So good. So, for Brian and for Kurt, this is Mike saying thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week. Until then, play some games. Have some, I don't know, what do we say, Mountain Dew? Have some Mountain Dew. Have some Doritos. Play some games.
Zima.
I don't know, corned beef hash. Zima. Zima's out for a limited time now, isn't it?
Yes,
It is.
All right. Have some Zima. Have some Ecto Cooler. I don't know.
How about just have some fun?
That's a good idea. We'll do that too. Have some fun. But keep an eye on Twitch. We're going to be doing some streaming. We're working on coming up with a much better schedule for streaming of games. Thursday night fights, or Sunday morning retro, things like that. If you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear them, because that's the whole reason we do this, is for our viewers and our listeners. So we want to do what we can to make you happy, because we pretend that we care. Awesome. All right. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
See ya.
And the recording is done. So now we're in post.
Yay.
Country Beast, I don't know if you're still online. Thank you for your comments. We really appreciate that. That was
That's
really
awesome of you.
mighty cool of you to join in.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you thought the show was at the very least mediocre.
Kind of mediocre. Would be nice.
Well,
I would settle for just acceptable. Not
we,
not painful to the ears.
we hope you found the show tolerable.
There you go. So
the
much
one.
better.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I heard from Level 257. I texted you guys. They're going to give us some gift cards to give away during the convention.
Yay.
I got to go to Pixel Blast. So, Kurt, if you want to take a ride to Pixel Blast, I got to pick up their gift cards. They're giving us four
okay.
They're giving us 4 passes.
Okay.
So
all
we'll
right,
do
Country
that.
Beast. See you later. Thank you for showing up again. That's awesome of you.
Yep. Cool. Oh, hey, thanks, man. We appreciate it. Country Beast says, yeah, the show was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Feel free to throw us a follow on Twitter if you're on Twitter or if you're on Facebook. We send out notifications before we start the show, so.
All the stuff, and we're still young in our podcast. We'll be getting more content out to you as soon as we can.
Cool. So,
future,
all right, so Pac-Man tournament. So when we do this Pac-Man tournament, should we just do the top 2 scores, or do we actually just a high score contest, or do we do a high score contest, take the top 5, and then stream that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. What do you think that would
Okay,
work out in terms of...
so how many giveaways do we have?
We've
total?
got a lot, dude. We've got...
I know we have a lot. That's why I was like, that's why when you kept on saying that, you kept on going, I was like, all right.
I'll be right back.
Okay, me too.
In mid-sentence.
Potty break.
I'm seriously will be back in like 4 seconds.
Okay, well, you be
start
back in
counting.
4 seconds, and then I'm going to do a potty break.
1, 2, 3.
I said
4.
I was back. I said it was back.
No,
Yeah.
I don't see you in front of the camera. That's
I'm back.
better.
I'm back.
That's better. That's better.
That's better.
Potty break.
Here
That's right. That's right. Potty break.
To show our appreciation for destroying the killer robots, here are 2 free passes. But there are 5 of us. Here are 2 free passes. That's better.
So we've got 10 giveaways then, right?
We've got 9, or so we've got 4 passes to Pixel Blast.
Okay.
We've got 5 $10 gift cards to level 257.
Okay.
And I picked up one of these, which is that's a Pac-Man arcade cabinet.
Okay.
It's by Funko, the same people that make... I don't know. How do I come up with that? I'm just pulling stuff out of nowhere. You can say it. I'll come up with it. So the Funko, the guys that make these guys.
Right.
And they're collectible vinyls. If you can see, they're mystery boxes. So I know that's really fuzzy.
And blurry as all get out.
Yep.
There's Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, the Ghost, Dig Dug is in there, Megaman is in there, Centipede
Q*bert.
is in there, Q*bert is in there.
Thank you for the
Frogger.
like, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
On Faceballs.
Nice. Frogger is on here. So it's a mystery. So I figured it's a Pac-Man arcade cabinet. I'll just grab it, use it as a giveaway somehow. Also, if I'm not mistaken, at Five Below, they sell like the Pac-Man arcade cabinets that have candy inside it. I could always grab a couple of those. So
All right.
I figured...
Well, since you've got 5 of the 10s, and then you've got 4 of the passes, and you got 1 of those, how are you going to do this? Are you going to do like a grand prize and then like level it down, or are you going to be like everybody or the top 5 people get this and that, or what do you...
So I was thinking of giving away for the Pixel Blast passes, the arcade passes. I was going to give away 2 sets of 2. So like, here are 2 free passes, you win. Here are 2 free passes, you win. And for the level 257, maybe I can include I'll have 3 and 2 or something. But the other thing is, because I would like to have 2 different things. I would like to have the Pac-Man high score tournament. I would like to have the like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter to be thrown into and comment on our post to win passes or something. That's why I'm coming to you for advice.
I think we should talk about that maybe off cast.
Okay.
But as far as like,
It's a secret.
it's a secret. This way, people can't listen in and watch the video back because we don't delete our videos.
Okay.
Um,
We'll do
not
all
that
that
anybody,
stuff.
not that anybody watches us except for the one guy that came in today.
Thanks for watching, one guy.
But I think maybe it should be like a combination instead of 2 passes to one and 2 passes to the other. Maybe like here's 10 and a pass, so you can go to like both places.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Instead of just like saying, "Hey, here's one place." You know, "Hey, here's both places."
Yeah. All right. Well,
And then because then you could split it up like, what is it, third, like fourth, third, second, and then the main prize, the winner, gets both passes, maybe an extra 10 for Pixel or for 257.
Yeah.
And a bunch of Pac-Man stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So you get the little arcade thing, you get the, candy thing, and you get a couple different Pac-Man things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Pac-Man
otherwise it's like, why are you gunning for the main prize if you're not going to get a better prize than everybody else?
Yeah, that's true.
Right, right.
Country Beast, thanks for liking our page.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I again, I'm just trying to get a good idea. So
yeah, I think the grand prize should be better than everybody else. So the one who gets like the top score overall in the tournament should get bigger prizes than the rest.
Yeah. So here's the other question, though. Do we have a top 5 tournament and stream it? Or is that something to discuss later?
That's something to discuss later because we have to think about the logistics and everything of it, of how to get it going and and streamed and everything else, and
Well,
and we have to. Here's the big thing: we have to test it first.
Yeah, so we'd have to plan a date to actually go to the center and try it out.
Yeah. Now they said they had wired internet and Wi-Fi internet in that room, right?
I saw the plug myself. There is wired.
Okay, so just as far as their IT aspects of it, we just need to make sure that they don't have a firewall that'll block us streaming out to Twitch.
Yeah. So I think, Kurt, I don't know how your Sundays look. If you want to come on out on a Sunday, we can go to the library and just bust everything out and check it out. Plus, I think I'm going to have to let you borrow my Dazzler then. Because do you want to use my computer or do you want to bring your laptop?
Oh, we're not going to try and set up a whole computer. Well, I redid my laptop. It's blank slate, so we'll do a laptop.
So you could actually, what you could probably do is come over. You could hook up your laptop to my network, and we'll put in the Dazzler and whatever software you need to download. You could do right there or something.
Yeah. All right, potty break. Be right back.
Potty break.
Potty break. So.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. Are we still recording or are we done? We still recording? Still recording? Okay.
I'm going to assume that means yes.
Yeah. So, what's new with you, Bri? How have you been? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Same old,
Trying to take over the world?
Exactly. I got the kids who are driving me crazy.
Yeah, how's that working out? How's Lo?
He's doing all right. I mean, he's like almost 1 year old, so he's survived it. Abby's entering her terrible twos, which is driving me up a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
is she flipping tables? No.
She would. I don't doubt that she would, because she's throwing controllers.
Oh.
You know, if she doesn't like something, something's in her hand. It's
Oh!
thrown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's great.
Trying to get her to eat anything is a 12-round fight, 12-round fisticuff.
Ding ding. You can actually just you should just get a boxing bell and just have Christy ring it up. It's time for dinner.
And yeah, I was saying instead of a dinner bell, yeah.
Bing bing, and then Abby just comes walking down the hall. You're there with the 2 spoons like this. She's bobbing, she's weaving,
yeah, right.
Trash.
In this corner.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I mean, if it was up to her, she'd eat nothing but macaroni and cheese and applesauce all day.
Ooh, if it were up to me, I'd eat nothing but mac and cheese.
You know what? I can't say nothing about it because I would too. But it's just like, you know, there's a thing called chicken nuggets.
Oh yeah, no, she'll get into chicken.
She's like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually, she doesn't hate them. She doesn't mind them, but they're not her favorite. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she actually started dipping her chicken nuggets into her cottage cheese.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, if it makes you eat them, then I'm good with it.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then I told her that I used to mix my cottage cheese and applesauce. She looks at me like, Dad, that's just ridiculous.
I hate you.
Cottage cheese and applesauce?
Yes, I used to mix cottage cheese and applesauce when I was a kid.
Apple cheese.
Yeah,
cottage sauce.
Yeah.
All of that sounds weird.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what happens when you're a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
That is weird as
having
a soft-boiled egg on your burger, which causes your intestines to hate the entire world. And
it's funny that you say that.
It wasn't funny to me.
Because that wasn't the cause of it, because I've had it since then, and I've been okay.
Did I ever tell you what happened after that incident?
That you started farting on your own or something? Or
No. After, I don't know if you still want to go live with this.
Oh, probably not then.
Wow, that good, huh?
Good night, everybody.
Good night.